Let me welcome you to the show, folks. Lose Control every Wednesday between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. only on 93.3 CFMU. You can also hear us online at cfmu.msumcmaster.ca. Ben Rispin finally back after a hiiatus. You've been busy. You went to the cottage.
I did that cottage, did all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah, but you're back, and we got you.
Yeah.
And we also got Ben Rispin back in the studio with us.
Gavin Stevens.
Or sorry, Gavin Stevens.
Okay,
after
you have two Ben Rispins.
This show's like Enemy. Have you seen Enemy?
No.
Ooh. Okay, go on.
You just came back from Montreal?
Yes.
Did a couple of shows out in Montreal?
Yeah, it was fun times. Montreal's good.
And the one and only Manolis.
I didn't go anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. You stayed at the Hammer and you sold T-shirts and records for us.
Congratulations, Lou.
Thank you.
And happy birthday.
Yeah,
Thank
happy
you.
birthday.
Actually, we want to send out some belated birthdays to Becky Vanderlinden, our bartender, who celebrated her birthday on July 14th, as well as Carrie Wade, partner in Blackbird Clothing, who celebrated her birthday yesterday, as well as Dennis Dunaway's wife, Cindy Dunaway, who celebrated her birthday yesterday. So belated birthday again.
It's my birthday on Monday.
I'm not forgetting that.
Yeah.
Happy ladies' birthdays.
I'm going to be 82.
What are you doing for your birthday?
Probably going to Kaylee House. It's on a Monday, so I'll just go and just
celebrating like an 82-year-old.
doing
what you do normally.
Oh, is it comedy night there? Is it open?
Yeah, they have an open night there, and then I'm probably just going to get drunk.
Well, Are you going to drive home?
Yeah, I'm going to drink and drive.
Wow.
It's good you sit on the
how old are you going to be? Would you like to share your age with us? How old will you be?
I'm going to be 44.
Jesus.
44.
No, do the math. What year were you born?
1970.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1970.
I shouldn't be hanging out with you. You're too old.
I shouldn't be doing a lot of things that I'm doing.
You look good. You look good.
He totally looks good for 44.
Well, he looks good for 43.
Yeah, he looks good for... I'm 39. He looks good for my age.
On the other hand, actually, what was really funny is people were going, I thought you were older. You're still a puppy.
Oh, yeah.
So it kind of works.
That hurt? It's thing?
Well, no. You know
it's just because you got gray in the past couple of years.
Moses.
It's
look at Moses. You wear the gray well, though.
You saw God?
He's going to part the Red Sea. That's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
It's all about the boners, really.
Yeah, like how many boners? Like,
can you?
Like my boner's only 26, but I'm 35.
Yeah, exactly.
I got
you got it.
So you're ahead 10 years.
Yeah,
or 9.
Pun not intended.
Just do squats and you'll be fine.
You guys doing well?
I
feel good. Now we're all together.
Yeah,
I know. This is nice.
Yeah, this is nice.
It just feels right.
Yeah, it totally feels right. You definitely need therapy, man. Welcome back.
Thanks, man.
To the session.
Yeah, I'm going to kill people.
Let me tell you about today's show really quickly. Patty Skinner, who's in a Fringe Festival event presentation.
Yep.
He's going to be talking to us a little after the MP3. Right after
I believe it's called
MP3.
Fast Food Love.
Right. We'll find out where it is. I forgot to jot down the information pertaining to the location of where it's happening.
Yeah, I have the info at home. I'm going Friday. You should, if you can, you should go. It's going to be fun. Well, Patty's been working real hard at it,
and he's a true supporter of a lot of musical art and just all sorts of stuff in the city. So
here's a fun fact about Patty Skinner.
Yeah,
you know how Dirty Nil got on Fat Mike from Fat Records radar, and they did the Reddit thing, and he bigged up Dirty Nil, and it was all that exciting stuff.
Yeah,
he got the 7-inch from Patty Skinner.
Oh, no way.
Yep. Yeah, so that's how that all came to be, because of Patty Skinner.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
There you go.
Full circle.
What goes around comes around, right?
Yep. So.
And we'll also talk to Yitka Karlik, who released her new video called Wonder Bus Number 2. Yeah. It's her little story about a specific bus here in Hamilton, and she shot a video, and I think she just launched it a couple days ago, or if not, maybe even today. Mm-hmm. So we'll talk to Yitka. It's been a while since I've actually spoken to her on the on radio. The last time I spoke with her was when I was at Indy 101. So it'll be nice to catch up with her. Yes, Manolis.
Do we have time? I want to know a little bit about Ben's new band. But we can talk about it now or after?
Why don't we talk about it now?
Okay.
There's not really much to talk about. It's myself, Chuck Coles from Organ Thieves, Adam Michaels from formerly of Saint Alvian, who's in Say Yes, and Alex Standen.
Do you have a name for the band?
Yeah, but we can't say that just yet.
And,
later.
So when did you guys decide that you guys were going to get it together? Was this over a bunch of drinks?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened. It was actually kind of different, separate things. We were all, everybody in the circle sort of talked to each other at one point or another about doing something a bit heavier. And
You're like Lou to me because like when I saw you do that song at This Ain't Hollywood for Teenage Head.
Yeah.
Because it's the only time I've ever seen you sing.
Yeah.
You were there. You were with me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, he can sing. Because I don't know you as a...
You don't sound the same.
I know you were in a band.
Well, that's good.
But I've never actually watched you sing. And I'm like,
thanks for the support.
And Lou, you're saying, but Lou's the same thing. Like, I swear to God, when I watch Lou, I'm like, there's no way this guy's going to be able to sing. And
Lou does great, man.
He's got great. You both got amazing.
Thanks for following me in the 80s.
I'm going to sing for you after we're off there and show you how.
You know what?
Actually,
next week, can we replay your ballad, your hip hop ballad?
Oh yeah, your poetry, your beat poetry.
You had beat poetry?
Oh, you missed it. It's glorious.
Really?
It's on YouTube. I wasn't shamed enough that week. Or
well, Lou wants to hear it. Lou liked it, I think.
I really did. I was really impressed with your delivery.
Sort of, you know Robbie Robertson's song, Somewhere Down the Crazy River, Somewhere Down.
See how many nice things I said about these guys?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. You're going to go through a drive-thru.
I'm going to go through
and you're going to go through your purse, and you're going to get out a 20, and you're going to pay for it. And then you're going to hand it to me, and I'm going to give it to the teller. And then she's going to give us the food.
Thing's 20 years old,
Step by
right?
step how to pay for fast food.
Yeah.
He was 20 years old, jerks.
It's better than probably what I was doing 20 years ago.
No, you see, you were active and you were creative.
This is this thing I made. I'm like, well, what do I do with this thing?
And how do you follow up the David Lee Roth thing? Like that's his first real musical endeavor he's put out in the world. It's all the David Lee Roth
screams together.
Yeah.
Although you know what, I did think of something.
How am I going to do this? I got to go beat poetry.
Okay,
I got to go Shatner.
I'm on a
Shatner.
I've got
Shatner's doing a cover.
You had a lot of free time.
You should. Well, here's another project that you should do, similar to what you did with David Lee Roth, but you should take all these Dennis Dunaway bass parts and make a collage of the You know how a lot of the Cooper songs have these really signature sort of bass parts.
Yeah, little fills.
They have one with wrestling where it's all the interviews of wrestlers, but it's they're breathing in and out. So that's all you hear.
That's actually, it would be amazing.
It's very funny.
I don't have the energy to splice things again anymore.
Yeah, especially on cassette.
You've lost it, eh?
I was old school, man. I was tape to tape.
He's turning 44. He doesn't got time for tape to tape.
That should be a t-shirt.
You know what? I'm going to see.
I'm 44.
I don't have time for tape to tape.
I'm going to try to be here. Normally on Mondays I'm not here. I spend it with my dad in Oshawa, but I might come down for your birthday celebration.
Oh.
On Monday.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I stay at your place afterwards?
Let's all go out.
Yeah.
Because I want to get drunk.
Can I stay at your place later too?
Yeah.
Can I stay next to Manolis at your place?
That's what
Let's
I'm
all sit
planning.
in the same bed. Why don't let's do
The
it?
three of us?
Let's just do this.
I have a wife, so I'm gonna.
I got a wife too, but
she's just right beside Lou, so I don't have to.
Well, not really physically right beside me.
We live right next door, so there's no point in.
the Brotherhood.
I'm sorry.
The sharing underwear, something like that.
We are sharing an underwear now.
Yeah, like
I thought it was just
pants?
a bed at this point.
Sharing bed. Okay.
So I told. Oh, actually, you want to hear something funny? I told you one story about the laundromat earlier, but this is another story that I can share.
Right.
I had
Lou. I'll tell you the story with the laundromat real quick. Lou had his first public display of sex. Like what do you call it when you fornicate in public?
Banging.
Yeah, no, like what's it called? What's it, Lou?
I don't know.
What's it called when Lou opens his trench coat and shows the kids?
Flashing?
Yeah,
Like
exposing.
exhibition is voyeur?
Yeah.
Exposing.
What do you mean? What did you
Just
do?
kidding. Lou didn't show his wiener to anybody.
That joke took a long time.
That was like, I was
right off the rail.
I don't think it went off the rails.
I was getting hard.
Your delivery was good. It's just that we're dumb.
We were trying to find the word. That's what happened.
Yeah.
The joke was trying to find the word. Wait, didn't you see the joke was describing
Flashing.
The joke was describing what Lou was doing, but trying to find the word. That was the joke. Is not finding the word.
You got us, but you got us excited. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I want to know who you from.
Anyways.
Oh, okay.
Well, now my story doesn't even like.
What happened at a laundromat?
Tell us.
I had I had a washing machine that wouldn't stop.
Did
Like, I mean, after, you know, when it spins and it just kept spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. How am I going to unplug it? I'm at a laundromat. You can't.
The big giant machines.
So it's
the dryer or the washer?
The washer. It just kept like it was like the last cycle that just spins and spins and spins, and you know you've got this little gauge that tells you where you are in the cycle, and it's like right at the very end, but it's still spinning and spinning and spinning, and I'm sitting and thinking, okay, well maybe the gauge isn't right. Mm-hmm. But now I'm thinking. My clothes have been spinning for like 5 minutes, honestly.
So it's not a rinse. It's whatever comes after that.
It's time travel.
The spin.
It's haunted.
It's on spin cycle.
Spin cycle.
It's haunted.
It just wouldn't stop.
It's like flashing.
Someone came up to you. We didn't have that washing machine here.
That washing machine's broken. It's been broken since the 20s.
But the cool thing is the fellow that worked there turned off the breaker in order to because you can't open up the door.
No, it's locked.
When it's actually going on, so you have to turn the power off. And he was kind of freaked out because it was spinning, and he's like, "Oh, it's going to start." And then we're both looking at it, and you could just tell by his expression he was kind of.
He didn't know.
No, you know,
this is forever.
This is
it.
Oh, this is it. This is the rest of my life watching this clothes spin.
Yeah,
this stranger.
Yeah. I'm never going to get him back.
Waiting for it to finish.
Any minute now.
42 years later. For a shopping spree, the two of you.
Yeah,
it's a makeover montage.
Do you have Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
So I'm going to be here a while. So that's how I began the chapter of my new from 50 onwards. Is that I've had an interesting visit to the laundromat. You know,
is that the peak?
The laundromat is a place of self-reflection.
It is. It's a lot of silence.
Especially, you know, here's a good one.
Especially when you go early and there's no one there.
I love it.
You know, because you're sitting there and you're thinking.
I go there if I don't have clothes that early.
What?
If I don't even have clothes, I go early. Just sit. It's
I
peaceful.
fall asleep every time I go.
Good for you.
Really?
Like the humming. I used to, like before school, used to lay down in front of the dryer and sleep as a little kid, like a dog or something.
Oh, you mean as a child?
As a child, I still do it sometimes. If I'm at my mom and I got time to catch a nap and they hear the stuff going, it's winter.
It's very.
I'll go sleep on the glass.
It's very relaxing.
So
I believe you. That's the crazy.
I'm not lying. I do that. I lay down a towel.
I believe you at 100%.
Yeah.
Are you drunk on rye at this point?
No, it'd be like if it's like, you know, I got a couple hours, man. I like that. Because I remember when I was a little kid. Here's the joy of being an adult. When you're a little kid, you want to sleep on the laundry room floor in front of the dryer. You can't because you're on somebody else's schedule. But as an adult, I can schedule my laundry room floor sleep.
But what is it about it that makes you want to sleep? I don't understand it.
I think it's the womb.
It's like a puppy and a clock. It's being in the womb.
Yeah.
It's just like it's so like comforting.
Oh my god, this is really wacky.
Is this really that wacky?
You ever think about just taping it one time and so you can just listen to it in your room?
Yeah, but then I like when it goes on an iPod, and then you get a little bit of the air blowing. Oh, that's when I'm almost going to sleep just thinking about it.
Do you press your back against the machine so it kicks you a bit?
Not so it kicks me, but so it gets warm.
Mm. Did your mom do a lot of laundry when you were like as a baby or something? And like
I don't know. My dad died when I was young. I'm sure I'm scarred some way from that. So I sleep on my dad died. I sleep on the laundry room floor. Okay, if that's the worst of it.
Yeah, you're doing
He would go to his house and the machine actually says the word "dad" on it.
That's funny.
Spray painted.
It's got a mustache.
It's got an actual face. It's got a little button on the side or a string. It just says nice things to you.
Yeah.
You're a good son.
Yeah, you move the appliance up to the living room.
You've done well in your life.
Dinner, right?
I'll always be there for you.
Yeah. Oh man! Hey, let's start off the show with some music from
on this show too.
Yeah. Here's some music from the Sonics on 93.3.
Nice.
93.3 CFMU, music there from Sky Saxon and the Seeds from a compilation called Flower Punk, Nobody Spoils My Fun. And before that, you heard the Sonics from the Boom record, and He's Waiting. 3:31 and change, Ben, Gavin, and Manolis sitting in with me. Special guest today will include Paddy Skinner talking about a presentation that he's involved in with Fringe Festival. A lot of us know Paddy in the music world, but this time he's he's acting.
Yeah, he's really into it too. He's really excited, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited. His enthusiasm sells the play.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, and just reading his email, you could just see him jumping up and down as he was saying, let me tell you more about this. So that's cool. And Yitka Karlik will join us around 4:25 to talk about her new video called Wonder Bus Number 2.
Wonder Bus Number 2.
It's
I was singing Love Monkey Number 9 to that. Remember that song?
Yeah, I totally remember that.
Who sang Love Monkey Number 9?
I'm trying to remember who sang Love Monkey
Number 9. I always wanted to be.
It was Monkey 8.
I don't know.
Love Monkey Number 8?
Sang it.
Oh.
And wrote it.
Are you Googling it, Lou? It's bugging you?
Yeah.
Lou, I need to tell you guys something happened to me before I came here.
Okay.
So I go to, I know this girl that just got a job at.
You're interrupting Ben and I.
The Love Shack?
The Love Shack.
Is that what it's called? Off of,
Yeah.
There's a chain
With the
of
big pink heart?
Yeah. Is that Love Shack or Love Shop?
I know what it is. Love Shop, I think.
Shop. Love Shop. So I know a girl that works there.
The Love Shack is the B-52 song.
That'd be a better name. I would, if I owned a porn shop and it was going to be the Love, I would call it the Love Shack.
That's
it's a little known place where people get together.
The Love Shack, you said, or the Love Shack?
So this girl, I guess this girl.
Oh, now I can't remember what the song.
Love Monkey Number 9.
So this girl calls in, so I'm talking to this girl I know, and she's working with her friend, but this other girl calls in, the hard line, when she just puts the girl on speakerphone because she's like, she wants the girl that I know here too. You're not going to believe this. And it's like, so
boot sauce.
So she's like on speakerphone. So these two girls are listening.
Boot sauce.
But boot sauce.
I completely forgot all about boot sauce.
As soon as you said boot sauce, I'm like, oh yeah. That song was by Boot Sauce, all right.
Yeah. Next. Anyways.
Yeah.
But there was
remember Sven Galley?
Oh yeah. Hamilton Boys.
That too.
Yeah. Go on.
So the girl starts explaining she works there too. And so the last shift she just worked, she says this guy comes in. This girl doesn't know I'm also hearing the conversation that she's talking on the phone. It's on speakerphone. So this guy comes in and wants.
What are you getting there?
Oh, I was just there because my friend this girl I know works there.
Sorry, I missed the first part. Where were you?
He's at the Love Shop.
Oh, right. Okay.
Buying anal beads.
Right.
Buying anal beads. So the girl calls in and she says this guy shows up.
Buying what?
Anal beads.
Do you know what anal beads are?
I have no idea what anal beads are.
Yes.
You don't know what an anal bead is?
You know what anal is? You know what that word is?
Yeah.
So anal beads are, it's a string and then it's like little plastic beads and people insert them into their anus.
For what?
And then pull them out slowly for sexual
luck.
gratification.
You ever started a lawnmower?
Yeah, you pull them and then they talk.
Okay.
Just like
or cut your grass.
It gets your motor running. You put it that way.
Well, I definitely don't want to share the bed with you guys.
You're going to hum like a
You guys are
washing
sleeping
machine.
at Gavin's.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're in this love shop.
Guy, she starts talking about this guy showed up the day before and he wanted to buy a penis pump.
Right.
Right? And it's like...
Now, do those work?
I don't know.
Penis pumps?
I'm sure for a minute or two, maybe.
Yeah.
What's the purpose of a penis pump?
You
don't know?
Lou?
I swear to God, I don't know what a penis pump is.
So it's a tube you put on your penis.
Yeah.
And then you pump it like a tire pump.
Right.
And then the suction of the air, I imagine, makes your penis swell.
Just listening to this conversation, I could be shopping at a hardware store instead.
So when you
it's either a lawnmower.
But you don't understand, you put the anal beads in the back and you start pumping the penis and it sucks the anal beads in. That's actually how it works.
Are you kidding? No.
Oh, of course.
Well, I don't know, dude. I'm not an expert. I know what it is.
You don't have to be an expert.
Oh, man. Go on with your story. Come on.
So no, but I mean, if you're clinching your rectum and it's sucking in, like when you pull back poop, I don't know if that happens rapidly. This is not like
he's saying it's
you're laughing at me. You're laughing at not through the hole, but I thought you meant it helps to penetrate your rear easier.
Okay, finish the story.
Come out of your
The
wiener.
guy asked if it was okay if there's a room, like a fitting room, where he could try it out before he bought it.
What, the penis pump?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's like, no. But how, what if I don't like it? It's like, well, I'm sorry, but we can't do that here.
Yeah.
But he was like, he's trying to talk her into, and then he's like, well, can I get a penis ring? I don't want to see the.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, well,
rooster ring.
Rooster ring. It's like, well, can I try this? Like, no, but what if it doesn't fit? It's like, well, you just got to take that chance, man.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what's the
big deal? Buying underwear.
Yeah.
He was just trying to be a perv.
Yeah, I think he was trying to be a perv.
You definitely want to know refunds there. Like, you really want to promote the fact that there's no refunds.
When you break it, you buy it.
He says, what's the big deal? And she says, well, what if everybody did that? Then when you try it on, you'd be trying something on that someone had it on their penis. And he's like, I don't care.
Aww.
And then that's when they called security, I think.
Security! Security, someone disagreed with me.
Thanks.
Why would you call security?
No, I didn't. I think he just left.
That would be like if you went to the police program at Mohawk and you ended up being the security guard at the Love Shop. It might have been a waste of money.
Yeah,
yeah, I know it's a job. A job's a job. But
or fantasies paid off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fantasies paid off.
Yeah,
like this is great. You know, I get to look at vagina molds all day
on the mountain.
On the mountain.
Where is our security guard? Where is he? Where is he in the store?
Yeah.
And there's nothing around for lunch.
There's a lot of omega-3.
There's no food stores. It's all empty. Underwear. Yeah, that's all you eat. Yeah. If there's an avalanche, you have to eat edible underwear. You guys got to ration it out.
And you're the last two people stuck.
People are still renting DVDs.
What's that?
People are still renting DVDs.
Yeah, it's called your dad.
Yeah.
Like pornographic DVDs?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never really did the whole sex shop thing when I was younger. Anyway,
yeah, it just seems like an adult thing to do. Like it seems like just an older person thing.
You ever buy Playboy or Penthouse when you were a kid?
Yeah, well, we all had we knew the spots where they were hidden in the forest. Right? Everybody had that,
right?
You know,
like who was that fairy that was dropping them off though?
I don't know. Well, it'd be somebody scored one of the garbage or got them off their older brother, but they'd be like,
or some
look, guys,
older guy.
Everybody knows this. You'd meet on your BMX. You'd be like, look, guys, There's porn mags out by the fort.
Yeah.
You know,
I used to have a joke about that.
We'd go out to Palomino Ranch, man, out in Carlisle. Take
Palomino Ranch.
Palomino Ranch Hill, buddy.
BMXs and boners are on our way.
Yeah, we'd sit there and we'd scour the hill for, I think there's a boob here and soggy, faded, magazine stuff.
I found a stack in garbage. I used to do jokes about that. Just find a giant stack. It was the greatest day ever. You go right home.
Wow.
You don't waste time. You get right home.
I'm not going to use any names here, but I had a tour manager who insisted that you would always find, when he was growing up, you'd always find porno mags in construction vehicles, diggers, rollers, whatever. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
And so he'd always go to see if they're open and steal magazines. And he insisted that this happened all the time. And one time he went to do this, and he found that somebody left the keys in there. This is getting a bit off topic. But he stole the steamroller and drove it around Burlington. And the craziest part is he followed the street, the street rules. You come to a stop and then put on the clicker. If the police are oh, this guy's totally legit. He's following
he's following the rules.
Yeah. Now, the funny ending of that story is the funny thing is he got a job.
Yeah, well, actually, he does have a really good job, that gentleman. No, but
unless you say his
okay, so he's giving more information away.
The people. Here's what it is. The generation of today does not know the lengths of what we went to see a boob.
Is that good or bad?
Yeah, totally.
Is that good or bad?
Is that good or bad? I think it makes us appreciate boobs more.
Well, I think it just makes it, especially all the hard work that we had to do in order to get it.
You don't think so?
No, I think kids love boobs the same as they always love boobs.
No.
But they can act,
no.
I think so.
I don't think so.
But you can actually kids are like boobs.
I think they like acts of
you think I like boobs? I like boobs.
Megan Pettit has a great joke that anal is second base, and I believe that to be true of these kids. Like the kids today, anal is second base. The kids are so far advanced now, they don't have appreciation for just a boob.
Yeah, but is that because they can't
just
find porn? Or
blue boob on a
is that because they can't find, it's easy to find porn, or is that because the porn is advanced so much?
So what's a home run? A divorce?
I don't know.
What about, remember the 20-minute workout?
Susan Powder?
No,
with the 20-minute workout ladies, Jane Fonda or whatever.
It was girl. She was in the Terminator 1, the first one.
Bridget Nielsen?
The girl with the dark curly hair. Three girls were on this
Terminator 1?
She actually got No. She had she played her roommate. She's the first person to get killed in Terminator 1.
I know where this is going. You've got the box set.
Here's my question back to, is it because it's accessible, or is it because our porn is just more advanced than when it was when we were watching?
No, it's more accessible.
But it's more advanced.
5-year-olds, it's
my
both.
14-year-old nephew saw my Brazzers hoodie, right?
Yeah.
So first he just looked at it and goes, Brazzers.
Yeah, but at 14, you knew that stuff too. I knew that at 14.
Well, I knew what Penthouse was.
Exactly, it's the same. Penthouse is now Brazzers.
But now it's videos.
I don't think it's much different. I just think it's different.
Oh, no way. I think the learning curve is
I don't
crazy.
think they're jaded about it.
I think they're so much more advanced.
When Manolis was 14.
They are so much more advanced. That's why they're trying to put sexual education classes earlier to kids. Because of the internet, I assume, are getting busy. That's what they say, right?
Getting busy. It's busy.
The kids are getting pizzazz.
It's a fact.
The kids are getting pizzazz. That's what they say.
But
they're getting pizzazz.
Pizzazz at fat camp.
Kids.
Oh, you said fact camp.
They say now there's this thing that says
camp.
Welcome
to fact camp.
Kids are being sexually...
For liars.
Kids are being sexually active now in kindergarten.
Really? You're just saying that. But you never know. They might be.
Here's music from the
what's
Saints.
convincing?
Here's music from the Saints. Here's music from the Saints.
Here we go.
Here's music from the Saints. 93.3 CFMU. You heard some music there from the Rolling Stones from Beggar's Banquet, Parachute Woman, and before that, the Saints from a Howling record, or the record called Howling, which was released back in 1997. Kind of slipped under the radar. A lot of people did not know about this particular record that was released on Amsterdam Records out of California, which was sort of a separate entity from Triple X Records. 348, Ben, Gavin, and some sicko by the name of Manolis.
I just have information, buddy. That's all I have.
Not right information, though. It's not the right information.
Did I create it?
Yeah, you did.
I don't know. If
you sat here and created it.
You're reading. I'm
just going to read this Vice from 1999.
It's a good Vice, though. I like it.
Yeah.
No one throws away Vice. That's why.
You missed a good party.
I know.
Yeah, it was a good one.
I missed two great things that happened at your club this week, and I'm kind of.
Well, actually, you guys had something going on Thursday night.
No, we were up at the cottage, and then I was going to come back, and then there's two things. That was the first nice day we had up there. But then the night before, because it wasn't nice, so we were sitting around the fire, we went to a bar, and then I ended up meeting the owners, and we had a great time, and then they wanted me to come in and talk about Piston Head.
Right.
So the beer company I work for. So I got a new license, so I had to do some work while I was there. So
that's cool.
Kind of like, it was like, stay up there for one more day, you know. I missed the big rager, but there will be more hardcore rager shows with free beer.
You guys had a comedian last week.
Oh, you mean that Absinthe?
Yeah.
Tom
Segura.
I wasn't there for that.
Yeah,
either.
I opened up for him.
How'd it go?
It was actually amazing. There was
I heard it was really funny.
He was like, there was like maybe 60 people showed up.
Cool. That's good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. But him. Like I don't watch stand up unless it's
live, yeah.
Unless it's live, unless I'm working with you, because it's just the way I do it. But he was incredible.
He was very funny.
This dude was too funny, man.
There's really good timing and stuff like that.
Everything. It was just I was crying. Like material was amazing. I get it. I get why he's like
up and comer.
He's a big. Apparently, he's a big deal.
Is he a big deal, or is he an up and comer?
No,
he's one of the Death Squad guys, right?
Yeah, I've heard of that. What is that Death Squad?
Well, Joe Rogan, and does a podcast with basically a bunch of his crew, his buddies that are also comedians, like Ari Shaffir and
all those guys.
Tom, obviously, and there's other guys. There's a bunch of them. You probably know their names.
I don't know. I don't know much.
But
about
they're all like because of Joe Rogan and brought these guys in to this podcast because so many people know Joe Rogan. It's because they've all kind of done their own podcasts on their own now,
right?
Even though they still work together, but
so it's like a network.
It's a network, but they're all supportive of each other, and there's like really no ego in a way, and they're called I don't know if they create the name or someone.
I think somebody else did,
but they call them Death Squad.
Yeah.
Tell Ben and Gavin my little French pet name that I give you. Come on.
Well, that you gave me?
Yes.
Manolis. Oh, is that
Manoir.
Manoir.
I did a Death Squad. I did a podcast with Ari Shaffir. His was it Shark Tank or no Skeptic Tank?
Skeptic Tank.
Septic Tank.
Skeptic Tank. I did one, right? So when it went out in that day on my Twitter feed, I got 200 follows like in that day.
Wow.
Just like crazy. And and these guys, they go to my video, Death Squad guys.
That's stalking.
The fans, they're crazy. They go to my videos and they just type in the word Death Squad just to let you know that they were there.
That's cool.
Yeah,
they're like comedy juggalos, but not without makeup. But I know what you mean. That's comedy deadheads. We'll say that. You know what I mean? I don't know.
The community is very supportive.
That's cool.
Like their fans are really like they have a lot of love for all of them.
That's
and
cool.
It was amazing show. You're very lucky to have them at Absinthe. It was a really cool night.
Well, I wish I saw it.
Congrats for opening up.
Oh yeah,
Manoir.
Isn't
that a great name for him?
Like, it's a great name.
Yeah.
It's a great name, Manoir.
Manoir.
Yeah.
What is it? Why
it's French for Manolis.
I don't think so, but
I
it's
don't think
still
that's accurate either.
You made that up.
Manoir.
I was talking to some kindergarten.
What are your questions, Lou?
Okay, see, that's fine. If you could talk like that, then I'd be okay with it.
Well, that's how I sound when I'm texting you.
You know what I need? You know what I want to hear it in?
Manolis.
No, some Morrissey.
Not yet. It's not 4 o'clock. I'm still having my nap.
Oh, hello. Oh, Morrissey.
Morrissey, it's been so long.
2 Manolis and Morrissey. Like, say my name.
Manolis. You're my friend.
Who kind of reminds me of our Morrissey impersonations? Have you seen that Grand Budapest Hotel movie yet?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Hysterical, right?
It's awesome.
Yeah. But, Fiennes. What Fiennes is that? Ralph Fiennes?
Ralph Fiennes.
Fiennes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's phenomenal in it.
Yeah, he's great. Everyone's great in it. It's a good movie.
Yeah. But that character reminds me of our...
Oh, now you see, now I just thought, is that his real name or is it just a spoof for Ruffians? Ralph Fiennes.
I think it's
his real name because he has a brother. I think
it's Fiennes. I think it's pronounced Fiennes.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I don't think it's Ralph Fiennes.
What's his brother's name?
I have no idea. Is he an actor?
Yeah. He was in like Shakespeare in Love.
Oh.
It's another Fiennes.
I can look it up.
Scruff.
Yeah, they look similar.
Scruff-Fiennes.
And he was in that great show that only lasted one season, Flash Forward.
Oh, I remember that. Is that the one where everything stops at a certain time?
And everybody saw the future and they came back.
Yes.
We're going to take care of a couple of requests. First one comes from Alice Cooper here on 93.
Sorry for wrecking your show,
no, that's okay.
That was one of those conversations you forgot.
Here's Alice Cooper on 93.3 CFMU. 93.3 CFMU, music from Blue Oyster Cult from Agents of Fortune with Sinful Love, and from the Alice Cooper Group from School's Out, a song called Blue Turk. We found out over the weekend that Manolis did not have a pair of panties that went along with the School's Out record.
I found out this weekend that
panties? What do you mean?
The School's Out album,
right?
The original, like it opens up to a desk, comes with a pair of panties.
It actually, the actual record itself is covered in a pair of panties, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Which that's how I found out this weekend. I didn't know that. I was what
color were the panties?
Different colors.
There's 6 or 7.
I think there's 6 different.
How much is that album worth if it's like still originally?
You see, that's what I've meant to.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, but the thing is that it opens up and then you had a pair of pants.
I have like 3 of the original ones.
That wouldn't be a small pair of panties, I can't imagine.
Black, camel.
No.
To fit over a whole vinyl?
Tiger stripe.
What are the colors? There several colors?
I had pink.
So Dennis was saying...
But my record...
Vomit brown.
My record had
Dennis was
panties.
saying...
Did yours?
What was Dennis saying? He said, like, the collectors back in the day were getting all the albums because they wanted all the colors. Yeah, so that's why it's so hard. That's why it's so hard to get.
Or no, wait, baby blue. Maybe I think I had like kind of aqua.
Yeah. So they're rare now.
I'm pretty. Yeah. Did you prove that it's an Alice Cooper panty? Did it say Alice Cooper on it?
I don't think so. I think it just came.
They just got bulk panties and the guys in the.
There's a great part in the movie, which in the documentary, where they're saying right before they're going on stage, there's a helicopter that's dropping thousands of panties on the crowd. It was an outdoor show, and like there's just boxes of panties that are just dropping onto the crowd.
Imagine being a pilot. You're like, you went to so much training for this stuff and took all the classes.
Yeah, and you're dropping. Here you go.
Yeah. You're dropping
panties on thousands of potheads.
Do you know how much this costs?
Actually, that might be
flying this helicopter. And then whatever.
That seems like Otto from The Simpsons should be there. Like, whoa, panties.
So how do I want a pair of these panties? I'm kind of upset.
Well, you have to go on eBay and see if you can find one or something.
I'm shifting gears here for a second.
Okay,
this is interesting. I dated a girl who was in recovery once, and she had a problem with the Oxycontins when she was in methadone. And this is a long time ago, and she's a nice girl, and she was just trying to, do her thing. So I asked her one time, we were talking about her addiction, and I asked her, like, how much she was spending, and she was spending like $400 or $500 a day on OxyContin. And I'm like, and she was like a alternative model, a good looking girl, like tattoos, you know what I mean? Like one of those kind of like, she's, one of those type.
Oh my God.
And I was like, how the hell did you,
afford that?
Because I think she was getting for her and her boyfriend or something like that. Like they're both kind of messed on it. Her boyfriend at the, whatever. And then what they were doing is she would go on Kijiji or eBay or whatever and sell used panties she'd spray like she'd just go to like the dollar store and spray and like buy like whatever a whole bunch of panties and then spray it with like perfume.
Go on.
Yeah. And then she'd put them on like she just put like a picture of herself and said these are my used things and like like how many people into that like she was affording I don't know how many a day. But I've always thought, like, if ever times ever got tough, maybe I would just, like, lift a picture or something.
Wow.
And then people, like, spend, like, $50-$60 on it.
See, those are the things where it's slanted.
Wow.
Where
like, it's just mind-blowing. I'm not telling people to do that. I'm not recommending it. It's just mind-blowing.
But you know what? You would never have a guy saying, you know what, I just went over to the dollar store and picked up some guys' underwears and put some cologne on it. I've got all these women.
Yeah. What are you doing, honey? Just spraying my boxes with Traquar babe.
Oh, yeah, I'll pay for that.
Skid stains.
I'll pay for that.
4:07. We're running a little late here. We're going to contact Patty Skinner shortly here. But we're we're going to take care of the MP3 of the week. This is a wacky one.
Oh, yeah?
This is a wacky one. Rob Sweetie was here last week live in the studio.
Met him for the first time. Great guy.
You did meet him for the first time. That was the second time you met him.
Here you go.
Yeah, I met him for the first time the other week.
Met him for the second time for the first time.
Whatever, dude. I know the guy now.
Yeah. So anyways, he sends this email to us with the song. He says, Lou, this is so bad that it's great. Robert Gordon and a few others doing The Doors' Touch Me from a new release called A Classic Rock Salute to the Doors. Ha 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 ha. But here's the interesting thing about it is that his backup band is made up of some pretty heavy hitters. So he's got Jordan Rudess of Nick Turner of Hawkwind, as well as Steve Morse, who used to be in the Dixie Dregs. Dream Theater is Jordan Rudess. And Steve Morse, who's the current guitar player of Deep Purple and has been for about the last 15, 20 years, but before that used to be in the Dixie Dregs. So anyways, it's these three guys backing up Robert Gordon, who's a rockabilly singer, and they're doing a version of Touch Me by The Doors on this new comp. So enjoy, folks. This is your MP3 of the week on 93.3 CFMU. 93.3 CFMU. There you have it, the MP3 of the week, courtesy of our friend Rob Sweeney, sending us a Doors classic, sung by Robert Gordon, backed up by Jordan Rudess of Dream Theater, Nick Turner of Hawkwind, and Steve Morse, currently of Deep Purple fame, playing guitar. There you have it. 412 and change, still to come on the show. We'll speak to Yitka Karlik, who's in the studio, or not in the studio, but in the waiting room. We'll talk to her in a few minutes. But first on the phone with us right now is Patty Skinner. Patty, are you there?
I am. How's it going, Lou?
Good. Say hi to our friend, and your friend too, Ben Rispin, as well as Manolis.
Hey, Ben. I didn't know you were there, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, Manolis.
Hey, dude.
How you doing today, Patty?
Awesome. We just actually finished our final tech rehearsal.
Oh,
nice.
Right on.
Yeah, working all the bugs out.
Well, congratulations. This is a new venture for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's totally weird.
I remember you being on television years ago for some sort of home improvement thing, and look at this. About a decade later, you're on a stage.
Here I am. Yeah. I thought I'd give the acting a try.
So what got you involved in it?
Well, I was looking to put a new band together, and I was looking for musicians classifieds on Kijiji, and I saw an open casting call for this musical for people who don't like musicals, as it was quoted. And I read the synopsis and thought it sounded hilarious, so I was like, I'm just going to try it. Whatever, I'll send them an email, and they replied back, and one thing led to another. Nailed it, and I got the lead male protagonist role.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how many rehearsals did you go through before you finally got the cut? Or you didn't get the cut, sorry.
No, yeah, I auditioned once, and that was enough for them. 2 days later, they called me back and said, we want you to play Steve, the manager at Chicken's Hit Wings.
So what's the premise of the story?
Okay, brief synopsis is that I play... Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
I play Steve, who's the manager of a chicken shack. I find out that my star employee, Chuck, quits without any notice, and I'm forced to hire a vegetarian off the street, and I end up falling in love with her. I think our values are aligned, but it's a huge mistake. And then I find out that head management has decided to close our independent chicken shack and instead build a big franchise, JFC, like a Kentucky Fried Chicken, but it's a JFC instead of KFC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What does the J stand for? Gentucky?
Yeah, juicy. Juicy fried chicken.
Oh, okay. Oh, juicy fried chicken.
All right.
Jersey fried chicken.
Yeah.
Joycey.
It's the best I can do.
Joycey. Let's go to Joycey and have some chicken.
Okay, so go on.
Okay, so I'm try everything in my power to keep this place open because being the manager at this chicken shack is the one thing I'm most proud of. Other than the fact that I want to develop video games and I'm a huge gaming geek and into Star Trek.
Yeah, you're into the nerd culture in it, right?
Yeah, total nerd culture. I'm like Ben Rispin's twin.
Wow.
You're my twin.
What?
So they got one of those suits, like they put like pillows up your stomach and stuff like that now?
We're doing LARPing.
Yeah, okay. Weird. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
So go on.
Yeah, tell us the rest of the story.
Without saying too much, I start going crazy and start talking to chicken heads. And,
wow.
Yeah, and I'm convinced that this chicken is actually telling me what this chicken is telling me is the right thing to do. And I start going crazy and lying to everybody who are my staff, and eventually I'm found out. And then things just go crazy from there. And then we got to play on celebrity culture, where we have some very what am I trying to say? We have a very talented cast, and we have a guy who's supposed to be Rob Pattinson from those Twilight movies, those British tween Twilight movies. Mm-hmm. Anyways, his name's Rob Pattinson. He's played by a very talented guy named Tim Lethbridge, very, very funny guy. And he comes in the second act, and my character hates him right off the bat, but it's the only thing I can do is get a celebrity in there to try and save the store. And the story is also about gender equality. My friend Megan O'Connor, who's super talented and funny, plays Katie, who's like your extreme feminist bitch. And me and her, we manage a store together, and we never really see eye to eye on anything. But we also have this love-hate relationship. Like in a perfect world, we would be dating, but it's just not like that. And it's crazy and stupid and funny, and it's a satire, and there's an underlying message of support independent businesses instead of big chicken chains.
Who wrote the music?
Carly Popenko wrote the lyrics, and someone named Mercedes Moffat wrote the music to it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Manolis, you had a question?
Yes. When did you lose your virginity?
Ooh, good question. My character, Steve, I think he's still a virgin.
Right.
Yeah.
So he doesn't get lucky in the musical.
Don't tell us spoilers, guys.
Not too much, but I fall in love and I get a little lucky.
Where's it airing? Or airing? Where's it premiering?
Right at the Citadel Theater at 28 Rebecca Street.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, it premieres tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Friday night. Yeah. 10:30 at the Citadel, and opening night should be a good one. There's about 220 seats here, I think, to fill, and opening night. We heard there's lots of buzz around opening night for us, so we're really looking forward to.
I'm gonna be there, 100%.
Awesome. Well, it'll be good to see you, Ben.
It'll be great to see you.
Are you warming up to the whole?
I guess I'll have to pick up some roses for you, right? Isn't that what you do? Isn't that tradition?
Right, yeah.
That's tradition.
Isn't
it? And you fight bulls too.
I do. Well, that's right. I'll just take the roses for my bullfighting class.
So how is this different from just performing on stage with a band?
Oh, it's way different. It's so much more different. Actually, like for example, it's to a soundtrack and not playing to a band. So it's kind of like karaoke, but it's supposed to be cheesy like that. Mm-hmm. So it's really different. I almost feel like I'm naked singing without a band. But what I do like about it is doing choreography with singing, and that's something like just singing in a band. I've always just kind of winged it, like whatever happened. But with this, I got to nail it, and that's been a tough process. And like remembering all the moves and what to say, and holy shit, like holy F, like I've been racking my brain about it, and we've been rehearsing for 3 months solid, about 10 hours a week, and it's just coming together so well. Like I said, it's so funny. I can't even say, we laugh at rehearsal every day. Even at tech rehearsal today, we're still all laughing about it.
Now, what's the difference between tech rehearsal, like that's just like making sure the songs are okay, the lights are proper?
That's right, yeah.
Oh, yeah? Cool.
Yeah.
If people want to get more information, they should visit the Fringe Festival online.
Yep, Fringe Festival online. It's hamiltonfringe.ca, or on Twitter at Hamilton Fringe, or you can check out on Twitter at Big Bang Theater, which is the company that's promoting it or putting it on. Is Big Bang Theater and Company, and our very brilliant writer and and funny director Carly Popenko, and young talented Jessica Keenan, who's our stage director, are just so wonderful to work for. And we're also on Facebook. You can look up Fast Food Love the Musical on Facebook, and there's information on the set times, I was going to say, on the show times, and where to get tickets and how to get tickets. And actually, you can get them at the door.
Do you believe in segues? You know how one story goes into another? Do you believe in those kind of things?
Yeah.
Okay, so do I. You're totally pissed off at these chicken heads, right?
Yeah.
And you just want to tell them to F off, right?
Yeah, there's actually two chickens. The one chicken head is kind of my friend, but he's really just in my head. And then there's another chicken, like a legitimate chicken that dances around, and I hate that chicken.
Have you ever told him to shut up?
The chicken?
The heads.
Like my head, yeah. Yeah.
You see where I'm going with this is I'm trying to segue this into a Tung Fu song called Shut Up Head.
Oh.
Did it work? I think it did. I'm ready to play it.
Patty, I'll do it. Patty, shut up. I'm just kidding, buddy.
You know what? Congratulations, Pat. I know you were super excited about it, and as I was telling Ben and the boys here in the studio, I could tell just by your excitement in your message that this was something that was really special for you. So,
totally.
Yeah, we really want to make sure that it goes really well for you, so we're going to hype it again.
Say the name. Oh, yeah, say the name one more time for us.
Friday night.
Okay. Yep, Friday night at 10:30 at the Citadel Theater, 28 Rebecca Street, for the Fringe Festival Hamilton. The songs are hilarious. They're punchy and short, and I feel like I'm Jack Black singing Queen songs.
Wow.
And the play is called, one more time?
Fast Food Love the Musical.
Fast Food Love the Musical.
Now, is it only airing, or... See, I still think of it as
I know,
right?
Is it? Is there only one presentation on the Friday night?
No. There's actually 7 shows within the next 10 days.
Oh, cool. All right, so I can grab it. Great. I won't be there Friday or Saturday, but if you go to the Hamilton Fringe website, then we'll be able to find out the other the featured times.
Totally.
Congratulations, Patty.
Thanks, Lou.
We'll talk to you real soon, okay?
Thanks, Manolis.
Hey, see you later, dude.
See ya.
Bye, Pat. Love you.
Bye.
Love you, dude. Bye.
93.3 CFMU, music there from the suite from Desolation Boulevards Into the Night. And before that, selfishly, the Tung Fu with Shut Up Head. 4:31 exactly. Ben and Gavin and Manolis hanging out with me.
Before we get into this, man, that's the first I heard of the Tung Fu record. It sounds awesome, man.
Thank you.
So good.
Thank you.
So good.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. In the studio is Yitka Karlik and David. David, what is your last name?
Skolik.
Okay, and the both of you were involved in getting a video, one of your songs, which has actually been an old song of yours for a while, right?
Yes. I had a vision for 8 years to do this. 8 years.
A song about a bus.
Yes.
But not just any bus.
About a Barton bus.
Barton
but honestly,
bus
I
number
think...
2, right?
Number 2, but I think that any city in the world has some wonder bus, for sure.
Right.
For sure.
And so what inspired you to write about this bus?
I used to take the bus about six years, and I observed the situations, and sometimes it was funny, sometimes it was not too funny. I even had to get off the bus because I couldn't breathe. Air conditioner was not working, and it was loaded with people and kind of even smelly, but thank
Sounds
God
like my
for
home.
the buses. Yes, they are. I have to promote. It's
Manolis
a very, very good
bus.
service. It's a very good service for City of Hamilton.
But it's got some character.
It has character, and I have good sense of humor. I guess thanks to my Czech background, and the idea started popping into my head, and I couldn't stop laughing for about 3 days, and suddenly I wrote a song. And I never thought I will be releasing the song because it was not like my other art, just like a rock and roll song, and the producer helped me to turn it into a ragtime song.
Who produced it?
And Michael Bertelmer.
Oh, he's great.
He helped me, yes.
He's great.
He helped me to change slightly the chorus in the song, and then we had visions of what kind of musicians we want to add to it to emphasize the different parts of the idea of the lyric. And then we called Tuba J, and he played also trombone and percussions, drums, honky-tonk piano, mandolin, lead guitar, my 12-string guitar, upright bass, also
wow.
either
So you literally had almost like sort of an orchestra.
It's almost an orchestra, and it's just, we were so happy with it, with the result.
The lyrics are really cute, but they're funny because it's somewhat relative in regards to the specific route. And David, you drive the bus. Do you still drive buses?
I still drive the buses, but I haven't done Barton in a few years. But I drove it for, about 2 years on nights and maybe 6-7 months on days, 5 days a week sometimes. So yeah,
you guys have some stories.
Oh yeah, there's a few. Yeah, it's quite the interesting route.
The thing is that you really you do a great job at just pointing out some of the interesting characters as well as some of the graphic details of like the smells.
Well, people even bring
the coffee, the black trophies.
People do bring dogs on bus, and I heard that it happened. Sometimes they have to relieve themselves. Wow. It happened. So the idea just popped in my head. And people supposed to not to bring food and drinks, but they still do. And many times
guilty as charged. I do.
And then it just seems funny because sometimes you see the cans rolling all over the bus, right?
I found half-eaten pizzas.
I don't leave my cans. I don't do that. I take my garbage.
Yeah.
But if I'm wandering around with a coffee and I got to get on the bus, I'll wander around with a coffee all day. Come on. Come on, guys.
So 8 years of having this song in the bank, why did you decide that now you want to do it? Because one thing is that I guess when you look at your previous work, I guess this is somewhat outstanding and different in comparison.
Yes. I truly believe it is time in my life, the positiveness of my life, what happened with my life, especially the last 2 years. I met lots of different people who are on the same channel like I am, and my daughter had 2 beautiful children, Robbie and Tommy. Thank you very much. I became Grandma Jitka, and I have great job and fantastic manager, very nice co-workers, and it was just a happy time. And one day the idea, I said to my husband, I'm just gonna do it. Let's do the song. I'm ready for it. And I was saving long time all my tips to do this.
Well,
that's so cool.
There's a gentleman that comes to this ain't Hollywood to see shows that knows you. His name is Mark. He's a caterer. Do you know him?
I'm not sure.
Guitar player, Mark, plays finger picking and all that.
He's a caterer. He comes out to shows. He was telling me about 3 or 4 years ago, he said he went to see one of your shows, maybe even longer. And the song that stood out, he said, have you ever heard this song by Jitka Karlik called Wonder Bus No. 2?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
No word of a lie.
Yeah.
So I said no, and then he told me the story about it being about the Barton Bus No. 2, which I thought was kind of funny. So it's so municipally topical. especially in Hamilton, because it is kind of a really unusual strip, but it's something that has a lot of character. And you really keep your finger on the pulse by really, describing it nicely.
If I may say something, I would like to just say that
without being hurtful, and that's the one thing that I want to say is like you're not taking a negative approach to it at all. It's like a very positive, refreshing approach.
I gotta hear the song.
We have it here.
Okay,
but
perfect.
If I may say something, I wanted to bring laughter to people because if you watch news, it's constantly so many bad news. Like
try to be their friends.
Tragic, and it is terrible. So
it is. You're right.
That's me in bed in a nutshell.
My only intention, and again I will repeat, my only intention is to bring some sense of humor and 3 minutes laughter to people. And if you intensify the 3 minutes by the count of the people who watches it, it's that much more positive, funny energy in the world.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening, for all the support, all the musicians, and all my actors who volunteer for this. You were fantastic, and we created something hopefully everyone will enjoy. Thank you again.
And a special thanks to Al Salmon, a friend of mine. I've known him for over 25 years. He brought quite a few of the people there to act with us, and his energy was just... It was infectious. It was great. It was fantastic.
Yeah, the people in the video were great. Like it's just perfect. Like, you know what I mean? It was just like really well done.
There was one customer of mine, Aggie, if you are listening. Hi Aggie, thank you again for coming. She was such sweetheart. She even brought a wig and she was handing people the food.
I saw someone handing pizza.
Yeah, she was fantastic. She's so excited.
It was pizza just to let you know that I have seen it and I know my pizza. It was just tomato sauce on the pizza.
Yes, it was the Italian
Roma.
Yeah.
I bought 5 boxes and lots of stuff to drink and fruit and vegetables, and
you took care of your staff.
Yes, people loved it. Yes.
So here we are. We're gonna hear the song called "The Wonder Bus No. 2." It's Yitka Karlik's newest song. And if people want to see it on YouTube, what's the skinny?
It's very easy. Just punch in Wonderbus with the W, one word, Wonderbus, then the number sign 2, Wonderbus number 2.
And here we are. We're going to listen to it. This is new music from Yitka Karlik on 93.3 CFMU. 93.3 CFMU, new music there from Yitka Karlik, Wonderbus No. 2. Yitka's in the studio with us, with her husband David, talking about this single. It's kind of funny because I think, for all of us in Hamilton, we all recognize, like, it seems to be sort of, that number, that bus line seems to be totemistic.
Sorry.
No.
You know who I had in the video? Jed Liferson, the dancing guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was so nice.
When Manitoba, the band came down, do you remember when they saw the dancing guy on the street and they were just in awe? It's like,
it's in the dock.
Yeah, what's that guy doing? What do you mean that's all he does? That's all he does. He just dances. What do you mean that's all he does? He just dances.
Instead of walking, he dances.
Yeah. I don't remember seeing him dance. Was he dancing in the video?
Yes, he's dancing in the video, yes.
Who edited the video for you?
Nathan Fleet and Ingy Liv Hardy both were filming, and Nathan did the editing. He had really lots of material, about 4 hours filming or 3 hours filming from 2 cameras. And to put it in 3-minute song, basically. It's a lots of work, but he did fantastic job.
Yeah, no, it's a great video. It's got a great flow to it, too. And it's just nice being able to see the streets of Hamilton.
Totally.
Yeah.
Driving by City Hall.
Hopefully I don't get in trouble.
No, this is good trouble. This is good trouble. These guys are bad trouble.
Terrible.
Hey, I think it's just going to make the bus better.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like, you know what? We should fix this.
Now, did you contact...
how did you get the bus? Did you...
Well, I'm an HSR driver, so we just charter it. Anybody can charter a bus, but I come free because I work there.
Right.
So.
We paid for the bus, but he was for free.
Right. How, that must be, can't be cheap to rent a... No? I guess it's none of my business.
I don't think it's for, well...
I produce, so I'm like, that's production value right there.
Well, anybody can find out. It's not it's not like we got any special deal. It's
for sure. I'll look into it on my own time.
Two and a bit
Yeah.
But if you don't have a
It would be
driver,
about 300.
Then you got to get
maybe,
the driver and all that kind of stuff.
but if anybody, like one of you guys or someone
350
connected
maybe.
here has anything, I would love to just drive for free just to be part of if someone's doing a movie, a video.
Well,
that'd be
Ben's
fun.
a producer, right? So
Sure. Yeah.
Yes, if anybody needs good driver for anything, contact David Skolik.
Okay.
He's the best.
Cool.
some nights at 2:00 in the morning, man, and that's all I need is a good driver.
And thank you for inviting me, Lou, and
it's been
helping me to support this, to promote it. That's very kind of you. I really appreciate it.
Well, I know you always work hard on your art, and I think that's what's amazing.
Yes, that was lots of work, lots of organizational skills, a little bit scary too. A little bit nerve-wracking because I put so much energy into this and calling people and organizing them, and you can imagine how much work was put in.
Were you a little worried because you're kind of venturing off in a whole different musical genre, kind of going into the ragtime?
No, not at all.
You're encouraged.
I have actually lots of different songs too, but I didn't have a chance to record them. I wrote a beautiful song about Hamilton Falls for Hamilton, and that would be my next recording and video. It's really cute.
So the city really inspires you.
Yes.
That's good. I mean, especially for artists, you can't help but get inspired by city. It's pretty honest.
For sure. That's great. That's really cool.
What does the summer have in store for you?
The summer, I was doing lots of babysitting because, like I said, I have to...
You guys do gardening?
Oh, no.
No. No.
Swimming. I do lots of swimming.
Do you?
We live in a nice condo. It has an open, like a heated, right? Swimming pool.
Outdoor pool. Yes.
Outdoor pool.
That's nice.
And then working in the hair salon. That takes lots of energy. Babysitting the little ones. And
now, you guys before were residents close by to the Barton Bus number 2,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Just off of
right
Barton.
on the corner, yes.
And now you've moved out to another area? Or?
Yes.
Yeah, we're in the Stony Creek area now.
Are you liking it out there?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very peaceful.
Well, I'm old now. It's quiet. And after working with people around me all day, it's nice to just have just peace and quiet.
Do you ever get drained just by people's energies?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's not as easy as people think. They think
it would drive you crazy.
Just driving the bus is easy. That's the fun part, just driving. But
right.
It's everything else, and I mean the way people drive in the city. I'm being cut off every minute. You got to watch pedestrians, kids.
What do you think
cyclists.
of the bus lanes?
Well, I think bus lanes are good, but if they do them right, you have to implement it right. And the one that starts at Mary Street isn't done right, and that should be changed. But
you're referring to the one downtown on King?
Yes. As soon as you pass Bay, it works great. That one really works fine because that was very dangerous for us to get in and out of the traffic. But the one before that wasn't necessary. Nobody asked for it, and they started it wrong.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of concerns from a lot of business owners where the bus lanes are, saying that it's really affected them. And did you guys have a say at all?
Not at all. Not even the city of Hamilton did, as far as I've read and the people I've talked to. It's Metrolinx. They did it a lot for the GO buses.
Right.
And it's okay if it doesn't work, but then try to tweak it so it does work. Resynchronize the lights. The traffic lights don't work with the bus lane. It makes it worse. But nothing's being changed. So if they're not going to fix it, might as well scrap it because it's not going to work.
They're not going to put tracks, are they? I heard a rumor they were going to put tracks like all the way downtown and back. That's a rumor, right?
Well, it's not a rumor. It's the LRT, Light Rail Transit. They are seriously looking into doing it. And someone said this might be also a test to see if we could handle one lane that's dedicated. I'm not sure.
The tracks? What do you mean tracks? Like Toronto?
Like Light Rail Transit.
But
going
just
where? Down from
different places along the city?
I think mostly from the east end to the west end, like from McMaster or maybe even further, I'm not sure, and right to Eastgate. And
is there any way
because it's so convenient in Toronto?
Yeah, I know. Toronto is the worst. Toronto's the only thing good about Toronto is not being in a vehicle.
Oh, I love. I'm not a Toronto hater by any means.
I hate being in a car on the road.
Yeah, it's
the only thing good about Toronto is Amato Pizza.
Amato's good. What about Burger Priest?
I've never been there.
So why don't we just build?
You gotta try that.
How about we just build? Hear me out, guys. How about we just build pillars and make a new road for all the buses, and then like where the stops are, we'll have like poles, like fireman poles, to come down. Right?
Say that again.
Like pillars. I could put pillars everywhere where buses should be, and the buses could have their own road, like with pillars. So there's still the normal
You should run for Ward 69.
What about digging? Underground?
We can make tunnels. Let's make tunnels. Let's make tunnels and let the buses drive in the tunnels.
Don't they already have the tunnels under the city from the wartime tunnels? We'll just reuse those tunnels.
Let's do it.
Yeah, there's still all sorts of tunnels underground.
I'll pay for the electricity. Let's do it.
Yeah, you've got that extension cord, right?
Yeah, we just turn on. We just got to change the light bulb.
Just plug it into the back of This Ain't Hollywood. Wrap her up
with those 200-foot cord. That's all we got.
Yeah. Poor Glenn's looking at the bills.
What's going on here, man?
What's going on?
So, have you done a video party? Like, just because you're releasing it, or are you going to feature it somewhere at all, or have you?
Yes, Nathan submitted it for the film festival.
Great.
And another one will be in the fall. I think at Staircase. I think he mentioned that's his own, isn't it? And then I'm trying to put it on Vimeo and other sites. Mm-hmm. And ask people to share it.
You should share it with the city. I'm serious.
Oh, I sent a Twitter to city.
Yeah, because I mean, these people, like, or at least the person who is responsible for looking after city transportation.
That's what I did, right? I tweeted it, yes.
Yeah,
and then tomorrow he's going to post it on a bulletin at work. Mm-hmm. And then the bus drivers can see it and share it, and other ones in Toronto and hopefully around the world.
So, at the shop, when you guys have your bus talk, is the number 2 bus quite topical?
Yeah, it's spreading around, and I've had drivers come up to me and saying they saw me with the charter bus, asking me about what we were doing, and I told them all about it. And one driver's going to bring a burn copy, and we have a big TV in our lunchroom, and they're going to bring the video in so all the drivers can see it at work too, and on a nice big 70-inch screen, wherever it is. It's a big, massive thing.
Wouldn't that be crazy? All of a sudden, your fan base becomes a bunch of bus drivers, and there's fans and friends. It never stops.
Touring would be so easy.
Yeah, that's right.
I did want to ask you though, like when you're doing something like this, you're hoping that there's going to be a target audience, right? Because I mean, any Hamiltonian is going to, regardless of what genre of music they like, they're going to relate to it. It's just one of those songs, and the lyrics are so sweet as well that you're being very descriptive without being painfully hurtful.
Yes, I never had any intention to be hurtful or anybody. No.
But like I said, you're describing the situation so nicely.
I have good sense of humor, Lou.
I know you have a good sense of humor.
That's the Czech part of me.
Yeah.
Yes.
How long ago did you move from Czechoslovakia?
Over 22 years ago.
Have you been back?
Last time when my dad died, and that's 8 years ago.
I was just watching a Rolling Stones documentary recently, and they were talking about when the Stones played Czechoslovakia, and Havel, who was an author and a poet, became the president of Czechoslovakia, who I guess was was the first one that introduced a democratic state to the people. And the band was saying that they felt so warm that everybody was just so excited that a lot of people couldn't afford tickets, so the Stones gave away a bunch of tickets, and then they were all given away, but there were still more people that wanted to go. So what they actually did was the Stones bought tickets from the promoter and gave it to people.
That's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear that the Stones? They always there's always those cool little stories about the Stones. You ever hear that that Mick Jagger picked up Sid Vicious's legal bills, but like not publicly, like when he was going through court? Mick Jagger paid for it all.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
His defense attorney and stuff, and just. The bill's been picked up by Mick Jagger.
Well, another thing that was in this documentary was that there was the very, very, very first recording of Keith with Mick and a guy named Dick Taylor, who was part of the Pretty Things, who was like in the really, really early rendition of the Stones. There was a recording from 1961 that someone found, and they brought it into an auction in England, and it went for £200,000. And they said that the buyer couldn't be identified. They didn't want to know who it was. Later turned out that it was Mick Jagger.
Yeah,
that bought his own instead of just saying, "Hey, that's ours." He actually bought it. Yeah, so good people. A few years ago, Yitka, you covered a classic from Marianne Faithfull, which featured the late Joe Mavidi on your recording as well, right?
Yes.
What a swan song, eh?
I'm just feeling very sad because Joe passed last year in, what was it, September?
But his music lives on.
And he lives on.
And I mean, what an honor to have him on your record.
Very much so, yes.
We're going to leave the show and say goodbye to everyone by spinning some music from Yitka Karlik from her second record. It's her rendition of Marianne Faithfull's Broken English. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Lou.
Yeah, folks.
And to everyone who listened and supported me and understood what I am going through.
Yeah, go to YouTube, Wonderbus #2, Yitka Karlik, YITKA,
yes.
KARLIK.
And Wonderbus, W, one word, then #2.
That's it.
Wonderbus.
Congratulations. Folks, that does it for us. We'll be here next week. Hopefully you will as well. In the meantime, we'll see you at the shows. Take care, folks.